What's going on, everybody? Wild Time here with another World of Warcraft video. Patch 10.0.5 is a game changer for gold making in World of Warcraft. We're going to talk about it, but first I'd like to thank everyone who is a channel member, everyone who is a subscriber, everyone who supports the channel. I really appreciate it. If you like the content, but you haven't subbed, please consider doing so. All right, so now let's get right into it. Why is this going to be a game changer for gold makers? Well, there's some pretty major stuff that's happening. There is a lot. As a matter of fact, the maintenance in the patch is taking a long time. It's being pushed back, which is super disappointing, but we don't rush it. We'll have plenty of time to take care of it. There's a lot of things happening in a lot of different fields. We're going to focus on what I think are going to be the biggest gold making opportunities. First, thank you, Blizzard developers. Thank you so much for these profession changes. Let's get into it so you know exactly what to expect or what's going on. Professions. All professions have had the requirements to unlock specializations reduced. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Professions with 3 specialization trees have had their final unlock reduced to 75. It was 100. All professions with 4 specialization trees have had their final 2 unlocks reduced to profession level 60 and 75. Was 75 and 100. Why is this so important? Let me tell you why this is important. Okay, because I started an enchanter, and so I maxed out the blue. I forget the actual name of it, but it's the one that helps you disenchant, right? Disenchant, you get items from killing mobs that you can disenchant. I maxed that out, and then I maxed out the rods and runes, and then I couldn't do anything else. And then I found out that the real gold lies within the actual enchants, like the Sophic enchants, the other weapon enchants, the stuff you need the enchanting specialization. Well, here's the problem. I'm level 75, but I need level 100 to get into the spec tree that I want. Well, it costs an astronomical amount of money, or gold rather, or even if you have the gold to spend, you have to do it through crafting orders, through Sparks of Ingenuity to level that up. Horrendous. So it's been weeks that I've been at 75 or 80, but I can't get to that spec tree that I really want to make gold. This solves that problem. Thank you, Blizzard. Okay, let's move on. If you guys can't tell, I'm super pumped about this. I can't wait to log in and get in here and actually start putting points into the tree that I want. All right, so that is super awesome. The overload Titan Touch node should be more consistent to you to new location. I really don't care about that. I do have overload on Titan Touch, but it's whatever. It just takes you to another spot. The overload elemental deposit and overload elemental herb has been slightly redesigned. Okay, now this actually is a little different because the elemental overloading, you can actually make pretty good gold. Like on a node that you overload, you could get maybe 600-700 gold out of it, sometimes more, and that's really good. And then every node after that, you reduce the time by 30 minutes because it gives you a 12-hour cooldown time. They said that they don't want people to have to waste skill points specking into elemental overload. So you're going to get elemental overload, but there's cooldown reduction of it is going to be part of what you spec into. So it looks like you're going to get it. Is it by default that you're going to get it? Mastering the elements unlock point now restores overload cooldown functionality. Yeah, I think that yeah, you get it. So the first elemental themed node, you get it, and you learn it, and then you spec into a cooldown reduction, which is good. Professional requirements for many transmog eligible pieces have been adjusted or removed entirely. That could be big, so they are expanding on what they're allowing people to transmog. The Warlords of Draenor appearances have returned. This is going to be maybe big because they took out some of the appearances. And there are people out there that could want those appearances, so now they've put them back in. I'm thinking this is going to be a big deal for my blacksmither in particular. You can get the optional regents from the garrison or an Asheron, and they cost secrets, which are like on a daily cooldown that you have to do. And then you can make these new, well, re-brought back in appearances, which could have a pretty good price in the transmog. This is something I want to look into because I'm not familiar with this, but the Legacy Leatherworking pattern Heavy Scorpid gear that were lost in Cataclysm can once again drop from Blackrock Orcs in the Burning Steep. So this looks like this is going to be a pattern that you can farm. So we'll have to see and check on the price like this. So this is something that's being added back into the game. So there could be a demand for this as well. Raptor Hide harness and pattern can now be learned by players of either faction. That's going to be cool. And then there's some things that have changed with the crafting UI panel. All right, crafting orders added use highest quality region to checkbox for customer. That's pretty cool. Added an option to reject an order by right-clicking it under personal tabs. Open all for crafting order. Mail will now auto-delete the mail after receiving the item. That's nice, right? Because you had to open it, pull it out, and then delete it. But now you can just open it and delete it. That's going to be cool for clearing up your mailbox. The mini map will now show personal crafting order notifications. That's cool if you're into that. You can see if somebody does that. I don't know very many people that get those on a consistent basis, but it's nice if you're doing that. And there's now a confirmation dialog when placing a crafting order for an item the player cannot equip. That's good. All it is a dialogue. So I'm still going to use this sometimes because to level professions or just to fill the weekly quest, I will have my tailor make something for a plate wearer, right? So I'll just have to click the box. No big deal there. That is super game changing. This first part alone here, changing the requirements to get into the different spec trees, amazing. All right, that's not all though. We got a few other things. There's a bunch of different changes to classes and stuff like that. At the Solo Shuffle, if anybody's into PvP, they are decreasing my Death Knight's Virulent Plague, which is super sad. It said they did too much damage or whatever, right? So I'll be interested to see how that does. But they've upped the healing of Death Strike, which is cool. All right, the Mage Tower. The Mage Tower has returned. Okay, so when the Mage Tower is live, that means people are going to be looking for older item things to enchant and to wear and to gem. So it scales, right? But I'm thinking here, all right, that in the Mage Tower the last time, I made good gold with the crafted Dreadful Gladiator gear from Legion. And there's also gems that are going to be more valuable now. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And you're going to have a niche that you can sort of fill with these Mage Tower items. So that's pretty cool. And then lastly, tucked in here away somewhere under items and rewards, we can see where it's going to let us start to transmog gray and white pieces. Let's see if we can find it in here. The Revival Catalyst, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Common, white, and poor gray quality items can now be used for transmogrification. These items will also be bind on equip. This is the thing that everybody's been waiting for. If you watch some other YouTubers, they've been talking about this for a long time. There are people stocking up on diamond-tipped canes, other white and grays that you can now sell in the auction house that should carry a pretty hefty price, I think, originally to make gold. So if you have add-ons like Cell Gray and you've got it set to like auto get rid of the grays, so like you open up your like a shop or a vendor or something like that and it automatically sells your grays, you're going to want to turn those off because you can have some items that are worth a lot of gold in there that you don't want to accidentally get rid of. So that's why I think it's going to be a game changer. If you're watching this and it's already happened, enjoy the benefits, right? And sympathize with us who have struggled before this. Let me know what you all think. Let me know if you've had any luck with these, what you think about the profession changes, selling the gray and white items, if you had any luck with that. And yeah, just let me know down below in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for sticking it out. Appreciate it. Don't forget to sub to the channel, like the video, and most importantly, have fun playing the game. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.